Hey guys, CJ here. Today we have the DEERC D60. This is going to be a drone that you're going to be able to connect to your phone. It does have a 1920 by 1080 full HD camera that tilts on a 90-degree axis in the front. You can control this via your phone. They got headless mode. It can do spins. You can connect it to your phone and fly it and map a route on it. So this thing is pretty endless on the capabilities that it can do, which is awesome. It is 14 and older. I believe it has a runtime about 20 to 22 minutes, which is pretty good for a drone. I am still a novice at flying drones, so I am still working on it. But let's go ahead and unbox it. We'll check out the features. We'll hook it up to the phone. I'll do a flight, and so you can see a recording of what it looks like. All right, taking it out. I love this company always packages their stuff very, very well. They have a very dense instruction guides, but it has a variety of different languages, which is great. Very well, nicely packaged. They always send you with some extra propellers, and then the charging cable's in there with a screwdriver. And then they've been doing this recently. Here is your battery. But they've been sending a little bit of like a guide on what everything means, which is great. So this is a lot easier for me to explain this up close and personal before, going outside and trying to do this on my own. So you definitely download the app. That's going to allow you to clip your phone into here and then see where the drone is flying and what's it seeing, take pictures, record, your on off switch. So you go forward, you're backwards, fly to the left, fly to the right. This is your one key, take on and take off and land. So once you get it spooled up, calibrated, you hit that button, it goes straight up. And then wherever you hit this again, it will go down. This is your high speed rotation. So it could do a flip and a circle, I believe. And then a trimmer. So if you do get off centered, you can hit that button, ascend, descend, rotate left, rotate right, a headless mode. So if you, do a headless mode, it basically calibrates to where you're standing, and then you can fly it a little bit easier where you're standing, so it doesn't get backwards or anything like that. You have a speed switch, so this has multiple different speed settings, so you can really fly, and then take a photo with one, and if you hold it down, it will actually start recording the video on it as well, which is pretty unique. I do like that. All right, so I will say this is definitely a well-built remote. You do need to add some batteries on the back here. 2 AA's, no big deal. I have those sitting right next to me. And then this will pop out here. This is where you're going to be able to put your phone, and then you'll be able to fly with it. And you can see where you're going, which is great. This drone is, a decent sized drone for sure. If you expand it, I mean, it'll fit in the palm of my hand folded up. What's cool about this one is the camera will rotate up and down to 90-degree angle, like I said. So you can kind of get a whole bunch of different angles while you're flying. That is awesome. I think that's super, super cool. But yeah, let me go through some steps on how to calibrate it. And then we'll go ahead and take this for a flight. Power button is just above it right there as well. So that's how you're going to turn it on. Turn your remote on right here. So when you turn that on, you'll have little lights blinking right here. You'll turn your drone on as well. This is the most important part. You gotta basically connect the remote and the drone to itself. And they have the placard right here that shows you how to do it, but I've been doing this for a little bit, so I kind of remember it. So for this brand, you want to go up and then down. It'll beep, flash, and then it'll turn solid. That means these are paired right here. The next step is calibrating the drone. So it just is, everything's calibrated, everything's going to work functionally. You're basically going to take both these joysticks and you're going to bring them in together, kind of at an angle. You might have to calibrate it every time you crash. I would recommend calibrating it every time you crash, lose sight of it, whatever. It just kind of reconnects it and resets it. That's the most important part. And then it turns on. So that's how you simply do it. Some will not start automatically after you calibrate it, but this one did, and it is pretty quiet at first, which is pretty nice, but I know when it takes off, it's going to be a little bit louder, but that's what you're going to have to do every time. I turned off the remote just because I didn't want this to fly directly into my camera. So that I just want to show you that up close before we take it outside. One thing I do want to mention is you need to get this app Once you get this app, you can hit open. You want to make sure you will connect the Wi-Fi of the drone, and then you'll go back to the device itself. Once you connect the Wi-Fi to the drone, and then you'll actually see what the drone is seeing right there. So that's super important to do this before we go out and fly. I wanted to show you that. But it's very easy to use. You can also manually control everything up here. So your photos, your videos, your camera library, turn it on, turn it off, and everything. So you can pretty much do all the different options that you did on your remote, but you can do it right here as well. So let's go ahead and take this for a flight. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this quality of this drone. It is actually pretty quiet for its size. I was actually pretty surprised when it took off. It operates really well. The camera quality is really good. I like how you can control the angle of the camera up and down. I just think that's a cool fun feature to it. I'm not the best drone operator, but I'm slowly getting better for it, and I say that just because in maybe like 10-15 seconds I wrap this thing in a tree. But overall, the quality is good, the camera is good. I'm very impressed. This company always makes high quality drones, and they're just getting better and better. So hopefully this video was helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.